Hello, hello, my dear friends. Happy Tuesday and welcome to the Abundance webinar. It's me, your host, Josie Kraus, and I'm so happy you could join me today. So if this is your first time joining my webinars, prepare to have aha moments, prepare to receive information. Now, this is not just for entertainment, this is also for your life-changing adventure. And I know that you're here for a reason. I know that abundance is important to you. I know that in your heart you believe in angels, you believe in higher power, you believe in possibilities, and there's so much for you to really explore and discover. We have an amazing month. We have the month of abundance and prosperity, and angels are encouraging me as a teacher to talk about abundance, to bring people together, to create more and more prosperity, because prosperity in the hands of right people, of good people, is the tool for good, is the tool for transformation. So if you have any comments, any questions, post them in the chat room. I will look into your questions at the end of the webinar, and I'm happy to help you on your journey. I'm here for you, and I know that you can experience, again, moments of realization. You can experience moments of personal transformation. And I promise you, if you come here with intention, if you come here to really receive the guidance that you are looking for, you will receive it. And you will have such a beautiful process throughout this webinar. You'll see how angels are really working with you. You will see how much guidance, how much assistance is available to you. And if you are ready, if you are open, if you are welcoming abundance in your life, if you are here to really expand and to grow, I believe that life journey is about growth, it's about expansion, it's about personal transformation. Life is a spiritual process, and I know that you are here for a reason. So I want to welcome you to this webinar. We have a lot to cover, and have your pen and paper ready if you can. And if you want to just later spend some time reviewing the concepts of this webinar, you can do that as well. And let's begin by just focusing on the energy of the heart, bringing forth powerful angels, connecting with angelic guidance. And I want you to imagine just these powerful angels by your side. Imagine on your right side, there's this beautiful angelic being, your angel of light. And this is the angel that is giving you so much guidance. This is the angel who is directing you and showing you the path. And I also want you to imagine on the other side is another being of light, another angel. And this is the angel who is loving you and protecting you and covering you with, just surrounding you with loving energy. You have these two powerful angels. And when you are really connected to them, at any point in your life, you may be going through a challenge, you may be going through a difficult situation. Would you just spend a moment and close your eyes and then visualize these angels, these angelic beings by your side? The world transforms. I promise you, you'll feel so much better, you'll feel so much lighter. So let's spend this moment. You can close your eyes and just bring these powerful angelic beings. Surround yourself with angelic light. And imagine on your right side and on your left side, two powerful angels standing strong with you. And just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe deeper and inhale, bringing more light energy into your own body. And you are inhaling this angelic light that is around you. You're bringing that angelic energy into your body. And then imagine this bright, beautiful angelic light just in the center of your chest, in your heart center. And begin to visualize your heart pulsating in the rhythm with cycles of the universe, with the heartbeat of the earth and the heartbeat of the universe. And now fill in, bring in more and more angelic love into your heart center. Expand. And feeling so good right this moment, dissolving all worry and all stress, being fully open to receive angelic guidance. There's so much love. There's so much energy. And all you have to do is just to open up and receive that guidance. Receive that angelic light. Receive your abundance. Receive your prosperity. Just tap into this frequency of abundance. Tap into the frequency of infinite possibilities, infinite probabilities, infinite possibilities just for you, just for your own path, for your own life journey. And angels are with you. Angels are strong by your side, and they're walking with you. They are telling you, we're here for you. We are here to do this together. And you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to surrender to poverty and scarcity and mediocrity. That you can expand. You can get to the next level. And we are ready to guide you to that next level. And being fully connected with your angels. Experiencing their loving light and their loving support. And this is the moment of truth. This is the moment of just real connection. This connection with your angels is real. Can you feel it? Can you just feel it? They're with you. They're strong by your side. They are ready to guide you. What do you want? Where are you going? Where do you want to go? We are here. It's not just us. The whole ocean of support is available to you from all dimensions. The spiritual teachers, other angels, archangels, the spirit masters and healers. We're all here for you, and we are ready to guide you towards abundance. There is no shortage of love. There is no shortage of anything that you could ever want. And it's about you removing the layers of resistance and receiving with love, receiving with gratitude the energy that is coming through today for us, for you, and for me, for the entire world to experience abundance. Now take a deep breath, breathe in, bring light, more and more light, and then just allow that light to shine brightly around you with the power of your angels. So now when you're ready, you can bring your awareness back. You can bring your love, your energy back, and we can begin. So happy you could join. Hello, hello. So we have a lot to cover. Now, I only have 1 hour. I only teach this as very intense, very condensed process. And of course, there are many ways for you to connect to your own energy, to your own source of abundance. And if these ways may not resonate with you, it's okay, and you can follow your own path. You can follow your own guidance. And maybe then one day you will remember attending this webinar and you'll go back and you will give it a try. If you strongly feel like I have to do this, I encourage you to really commit to this process, especially if you are not experiencing abundance in your life. If right now things may not be working for you, it's okay, it's life. And life is a growth process. So there is no need for you to blame yourself, to blame your circumstances, maybe your parents, your job situation. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's cause. It's really life itself is teaching you and guiding you. And of course, abundance is a great way for you to learn more about yourself. It's a way for you to know more about your own desires. What do you want? So universe has these hidden tools to show you so you can try them for yourself, so you can experience something for yourself. And desire for abundance is a beautiful desire. Desire for abundance is desire for all the good that exists in the world. What do you want? And we want to set our desires today. We want to connect to the energy of abundance. We want to expand our own potential, connect with powerful angels. There's a lot of ways to get there. So let's begin. I want to share my screen. So I will switch from Josie mode to slides mode to the presentation that I wanted to share with you today. And we will begin. Let me promise you, just being here, being aware, following that guidance. This is for your own information. Abundance, you heard about abundance being our birthright. I never really understood this, to be honest with you. Abundance is the birthright. Like, it's conceptually, you understand it. But for most of us, we're not born into perfect conditions. We're not born into perfect situation where our parents could provide for us to give us all the variety of, situation with your money, maybe certain experiences that you wanted, but they were limited for you because you did not have enough financial means, that you were not sort of blessed with abundance, you didn't have rich parents, or you didn't inherit a lot of money. So for you, you had to learn the hard way about your abundance and prosperity. And when somebody tells you, but you know something, abundance is your birthright, it doesn't really click. It doesn't really resonate on certain logical level for a lot of people. And only angels taught me this concept, that abundance is the birthright to all human beings. And once you really understand that the nature of this universe on the creative level is always moving towards abundance, there is no other way. There is no place where universe says, okay, you know what, we're not providing you here and we only provide you there. On the level of life experience, you already have everything you could possibly ever need for this life. Without exception, your body's functioning, you receive enough oxygen, your breath is naturally coming. You don't have to strive for it. You don't have to ask for it. You don't have to beg for it. There is, on this, even the planet Earth is so rich with resources. We can look at certain places in the world. We feel like, well, there's not enough water. There's not enough this and there's not enough that. But we also have areas in our planet where their resources are so generously given. So, and for us, it's about finding ways to these resources. It's about finding ways to really expand our possibilities as we are creating our own life experience, as we are creating our own abundance. And then we realized the only way for us to really to begin is to have this idea that this world already has everything that we need. Everything that we need for quality life experience, it's already there. And surprisingly, on a very basic fundamental level, what all human beings want is love. You can have the most money, you can have the most blessings in your life, but if you don't have love in your life, somehow that diminishes the whole life itself. So sadness, feeling alone, feeling isolated, feeling unfulfilled, feeling unloved. Now, these are all human emotions. And what angels have been teaching me is to always go back to the idea that abundance is the birthright for all of us. And if you understand that abundance is the foundation for all life experience, then you begin to create from a place of abundance. You don't create from the level of ground zero where there's absolutely nothing and you don't even know how to start. You don't even know how to get to the place where you feel good, where you feel loved, where you feel abundant, where you can pay your bills, where you don't have to suffer, you don't have to do something so unnatural to your will, to your creativity, just to get money. We always begin, and angels teach me this over and over again, always, Josie, begin with the idea that abundance is the foundation, that you're building your life on the idea of abundance. That's it. Abundance is the birthright. And I promise you, if you have not yet connected with that idea that abundance is the birthright, you will. And once you really understand it, once you really grasp the idea of consciousness and abundance and life itself, you'll see that it is built on the idea of abundance. It is built on the idea of generosity. And this is where you start. Starting with this openness to see the world as abundant place. Has great minds been teaching us, Einstein said you can look at the world like nothing is a miracle, and you can look at the world like everything is a miracle. So angels have taught me is to see the world like everything is a miracle. And angels have taught me to build my life on the foundation of abundance, to create from a place of abundance, to expand from a place of prosperity within me. Everything else is just resistance to abundance. Everything, all the conditions and all the paradigms that you have experienced as a child and maybe as an adult, they're so deeply wired in you. Somebody built your foundation on the idea that it's not enough. You are not enough. You have to be so much better. You have to be so blessed to have the abundance. God forbid, abundance is for these kinds of different other people. And these paradigms are wired in so many people, and I can see this over and over again. Josie, I really want to work with you. I don't have enough money. I want to change my life, Josie, but I don't have enough money. This course, I really want to take it. I really feel like this is something that I need to do, but I don't have enough money. So the idea that your life is built on scarcity is not your idea. Again, this is a conditional mind. That's what has been put into your consciousness as just as a reflection of your family beliefs, as the values of your family for generations and generations. We're looking at karmic actions. We're looking at the state of the world. We're looking at our chemical balance. We know that our brains are wired for negativity through years of suffering, through centuries and thousands of years of surviving and being at the mercy of circumstances of war and disease. We have so much working against us. But there's no other way for you to build your abundance if you don't have this openness to see the world as an abundant place. Because then if you look at the world like there's not enough pie, there's not enough for all human beings. It's not enough. So in order for me to get something, I will get it, but then it means that somebody else won't get it. So if somebody else gets my blessings, it means it will be less for me. But from the world of abundance, you know that, hey, there's enough for all of us. There's plenty of for all of us. And I work with people, and sometimes, I ask, we always begin with goals and always begin with clarity. And I ask, what do you want? Like, what do you want in terms of abundance? And that's where a lot of people get super stuck, and they say, I want $5 million. And I want to have even sometimes these crazy numbers coming from a place of really not having enough at this moment. That's how they feel. I don't have enough. But their relationship with abundance is so painful. It's so confusing, and it's so limiting. And I want you to, again, from my own experience of working with angels are really clear on the idea of abundance. And the only way for us to be more, to experience more, to create more, is to open up to the idea that abundance is the foundation of life. There is no other way. Abundance is the foundation for all life experience. You would never come into this planet if you didn't believe it, if you didn't know it. If you would come here and you realized, okay, there's so much, like I'm doomed to suffer this entire life. I didn't read the small print. How did this happen to me? But from your place, the place where you came from as a spiritual being, you knew you had possibilities. You knew that from the place of abundance, you can create anything you wanted. And you took that chance. You took that chance, even though you could have been born to poverty. You could have been born to really difficult financial situation and conflicts and many struggles around money or abundance in general. You just dived right in because it was on the level of the spirit. You knew that your life will be built upon the foundation of abundance. Somehow you forget it. Somehow you get distracted. Somehow in this process of life, you've been carried away and someone else is telling you what reality is. Look at the state of this world, right? Look at the state. All the money are in the hands of bad people, and all rich people are crooks, and all abundance is just for some very wealthy people. So there's no limit to these limiting thinking, to the limiting thoughts. And I'm here with the angels to help you expand your idea of abundance. And I want you to start thinking in that direction. So in order for us to have a successful class today, the couple of ideas, well, 3 ideas that I'm putting on the table, and we need to agree on these ideas. So once we agree on these 3 ideas, we will have a really smooth sailing through the slides, through this webinar. So the first idea is that you are a spiritual being and you're having a body experience. It's not the other way around. You have a soul, but you are actually this body. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. You have a body. If you speak to people in the Western world when it comes to soul and spirit, so we're taught to believe that, yeah, maybe we have a soul. We haven't seen it. There were experiments done measuring the body after death, trying to actually weigh the difference between the body before dying and after the dying. There was no difference. So where is that soul? We really don't know, but we really want to dissect things. This is because we have a lot of their mental, the need to dive into things, to dissect all things. This is the problem with the intellect. Always needs to know why things work or why things don't work. And then someone who, spiritual traditions for thousands of years, it's a different paradigm. It's a different approach to life experience. It's all about, I am a soul. I just have a body. I'm a spiritual being. I'm a soul being. I'm having a body experience for 100 years on planet Earth. And as far as we know, there are trillions of galaxies out there. So all we know is that we're here and we have our bodies. We have certain features. Some of us are born to a specific culture. We have our different names. We live in different places. We are in relationships with different people. So, but at the end of the day, we're spiritual beings having a temporary body experience on planet Earth. So number 2 is that you come from the source of abundance. That's the way for you to begin to create your own prosperity and abundance, knowing that you came from the source of abundance, that you came from that source. You came from the source of all possibilities. There were no limitations. You were not just dropped here by accident. That you actually came here from the place of infinite creativity, infinite possibility, and infinite abundance. Think creativity and abundance. They're all synonyms, the same words. They're all coming from the same idea. So the source of abundance, you call it God, you call it the universe, you call it divine self, divine intelligence, divine wisdom, whatever your name, whatever your definition of abundance. And the third idea that we want to agree upon for this webinar is that angels are real. And I'm not here to prove to you or disprove to you the existence of angels. I believe that if you are drawn to someone like this, to the information that I teach, it means you already have your own relationship with angels. And maybe you're seeking to know more. In my own life, I can only teach you what I know from my own personal life experience. That's it. I read hundreds and thousands of different resources and articles, and I watched lots of videos and I read lots of books. I can only teach you at the end of the day what is real and true for me. And in my own life, I know that angels are real. I also believe it's a mutual relationship. I moved towards them and they have chosen me as a teacher of angelic guidance. So we were this perfect match in a sense. And I know that through me, angels can bring a lot of people to connect with angels, to connect with angelic beings. So angels are real if that's not your set of beliefs, if you're not resonating with the idea that angels are real, you may not find a lot of value in this webinar, because that's what we are. We're bringing angels together. And I'm not just teaching you, I'm not just showing you, okay, do this or say this mantra. I want you to fully, every day, immerse yourself in your relationship with angels. So you know how much influence, how much support they can provide for you day by day, every single day, without exceptions. Not that on Tuesday angels are helping you and then you will not hear or see them until next Thursday. It's everyday expansion. It's everyday growth with angels. So angels are ready to teach you and ready to guide you. And why? I don't know. I have no idea. Now I can give you all kinds of reasons, but at the end of the day, I really don't know. But what I do know is that they are somehow willing to help us. They know so much more than all humans put together. They see things differently. They see things from a different perspective. they're patronizing us. They are somehow they put us under their wings, and they have their own ways of communicating with us. At the same time, they're not going to do the work for us. They are not here to just say, you know what, relax, you've heard about the law of attraction, just go in and do nothing, and then we'll do all the job for you, we'll bring you the money, or we'll bring you the perfect relationship. They ain't gonna do that. And moreover, if you don't even think about them, if you don't call upon them, they will have no reason to be in your life. But it's you really taking that first initial step. What do you want? You want abundance? You want prosperity? Well, hell yeah. Heaven, yeah. They will help you. They will help you, because more for you means more for the planet. Better your conditions, better conditions of the world. For them, it's no brainer. It's like, that's the way things are. We complicate things. We're so infused within our own drama and trauma. Now we have so many layers of unworthiness. I'm not worthy of this and then that, and so many layers of comparing our own situations to situations of other people. See, my life is not working, but then all these other people's lives are working. I have no reason for living. And that's because we lost our way. We lost our identity, a true identity in the world that gives you, that tells you who you are, who you should be, and then who you shouldn't be. So it's your own soul seeking. This is your own soul searching experience. And if you want to take extra support from angels, they will give you that extra support, not just extra, a lot of support. I speak from my own experience now. I've been 10 years just teaching about angels. For 10 years. And now they're literally asking, Josie, we need to do this together. Now we will bring you more and more people. You have to help us teach this information. So if you have no faith or idea that angels are real, this information is really may just come and go. But if you give it a thought, if you open your heart to connect with angels, if you give yourself a permission to be guided by angels and you connect with them, you give your energy to angels and you open up that link of connection, I promise you there's a lot of things, and not just money. That's just a lot of things that will be coming. Okay, let me pause here and share with you what I know, what I've heard about angels and money specifically, because for a lot of people, somehow the idea of spirituality and money being completely separate subjects, completely separate. Like, you cannot be spiritual and you cannot be wealthy. If you want to be a good person, then don't mess with money. So if you want your abundance, thinking about how you are going to obtain that abundance seems so complicated. Now you have to go to work, you have to apply for a job, you have to have a skill, you have an education, you have to provide value, so we are so torn apart with our concepts, with money itself being a very luring and painful subject at the same time. So here's what angels are saying. Always, Josie, speak about money and teach people about money first, before teaching all the other things. And I asked, that may not be work exactly for us human beings on this planet, especially with major religions running the show still. Why do I have to speak about money? Because money buys our fundamental needs. Really, you need money for your basic survival on Earth. Just the way things are. You need to buy food. Well, it's linked to money. You need to buy clothes. It's linked to money. You need to pay your bills, utility, or the roof over your head. That all takes money. So if that need is not met in you, I can teach you all about angels and all about spiritual subjects. And you'd be like, you know what, Josie, I love you. You look very pretty today, but I have more urgent needs than spirituality. So what angels are saying, once your basic needs are met, once your money needs are met, then you will grow. Then you will allow yourself to move to the next level, and then to the next level, and to the next level. So angels are always ready to help you with your money. Not even a question about it. And they know that once your money situation is resolved, you feel much more at peace, and then you can begin to look into other areas of growth and development. Imagine if you are so thirsty, you just want water. You've been on a hot day on the road for all day long, and you're tired, just so thirsty. You need water. Your body needs water. Your desire is just water, right? And I come to you and I tell you, let me offer you a big meal. Let me give you something right now. And then you'll tell me, I'm not hungry, Josie. I'm so thirsty. Like, this is what I need. I need to really quench that thirst first before I develop other desires. I may be hungry later. At this moment, I just need water. I'm so thirsty. So kind of the same way, if your desire right now is for money, if your desire right now is to create prosperity over anything else, so my friend, angels understand this. And you should be taking care of your money. You should not be concerned, well, I'm just such a spiritual being and I want the world to be a happier place. I want everybody to smile. But if your fundamental needs are not met, you cannot help anybody else. So angels are always ready to help you with your money. I want you to really super clear. And not because angels want you to, have this manipulation consciousness. Not at all. It's just like, whatever your needs are, fill them, like fulfill them, satisfy those needs. And then once you satisfy those needs, let's see what's going to happen. Then you're going to want something else. And then your desire will be actually, when your cup overflows, then you are ready to help others. Somehow this unworthiness, I can't allow myself to have money. Or when you're asking for money, you never ask for yourself. You're asking, well, if you give me the money, I will use it all to help the world. And you forget the set of priorities, that your priority and your responsibility is first and foremost. Your spiritual priority and responsibility is only to yourself first. Your needs first. You need to be super grounded in this idea, super connected to this idea. And then from that place, from that consciousness of abundance and prosperity, then you begin to share. But you're not coming from a place of not having enough. And then you're asking for other people. So we're going to look into this today. And we are just going to dive into the whole idea of abundance and prosperity with angels. How are you guys doing? How is everything? Let me know in the chat room. Okay, awesome. Welcome, Stephen, Siva. Hey, nice to see you again. So glad you are here. Ernie, you are very welcome. And your message came at 111. Been needed so much help you too. My videos helped you. I'm so glad. So we are good. We're good so far. Awesome. Hey, Sylvie. I see so many of my lovely familiar faces in the right places. Elizabeth, awesome. Tejasvita and Heidi, awesome. So let's continue. We have a lot to cover. Poverty and abundance. They all part of the same continuum. So when you just imagine a stick, just a simple stick. On one end of the stick, you have poverty. And then on the other end of the stick, you have abundance, right? So it's all the same energy. It's no different between abundance and prosperity, but it's all, what's the difference? The difference is in frequency. There is a point on this stick, when you really think about it, there's a point on that frequency where abundance ends and poverty begins, right? Somewhere in the middle. At the same time, there's also a place where poverty ends and abundance begins. On the one end, you have absence of abundance, right? In the very end of poverty, there's just no abundance whatsoever. In the other end of abundance, there is no poverty whatsoever. Doesn't exist on that level. So it's all about energy. It's all about vibration. And angels are vibrational beings. Angels are not humans. Angels don't have physical forms. And I teach so much about angels in angelic classes, angelic mediumship classes. So I'm not going to dive deeper into who angels are, what their function is. But what angels are, what you need to know about angels is that they are connectors. They have an ability to connect to you, to the source of possibility. Whatever your possibility is, maybe it's a possibility to create abundance, or maybe it's your possibility to create healing. The same way healing, there's another, the same way you can look at healing as disease and health. The same frequency. On one end of that is absence of health, and on the other end, there's absence of illness. So how do we balance it, right? How do we look at this place where poverty and abundance are hand in hand? How do we look at the places where illness and health are perfectly together? Now, this is called the point, the abundance frequency. This is the point where you generate in yourself the emotional frequency of abundance, and you do it consciously. You do it with full awareness that you are the creator of your abundance, and you're consciously moving on that stick towards more prosperity, towards more abundance. Now, this is a very conscious process. This is a very conscious way of living and moving and resonating at the frequency of abundance, at the level of abundance. That's it. So you can start anywhere. You can start at the point where you have absolutely nothing. And you understand that this is the same level, like this is all the same frequency. So you are moving yourself. And now at the level of abundance, you begin to experience different emotions than you were experiencing the level of poverty. Then this is your sort of feedback where you are moving towards. Are you moving towards your abundance frequency or your poverty frequency? It's all as a spiritual being having a physical experience. You are here as in resonance with the emotional intelligence of your body, of your energy body, of your thoughts, of your feelings. Now you begin to consciously pay attention to how you feel. And how you feel, like how are you feeling right now? We're so sometimes out of tune with the way that we feel. You may not understand it, but like all of a sudden I'm in a grumpy mood. What happened? I don't know. I'm just upset. Like, what happened? Nothing happened. I just feel a little bit off. Why? Because you're moving in the frequency. It's like you moving within your own emotional resonance. And as an attractor, as a creator of your own life, your emotions, your state creates your reality. Your state attracts to you the thoughts of like nature. If you are in the frequency of poverty, you cannot help it. You will attract the thoughts and feelings of poverty. If you are resonating with that frequency of abundance, your state dictates what you are attracting. When you're in the frequency of abundance, you are attracting onto yourself the experiences, thoughts of abundance. So what angels are suggesting for you to do is pay attention to how you feel. And understand that you can shift your state. You can go from that frequency of poverty and consciously move yourself along that line and experience the frequency of abundance. And what angels can do, they can help you to feel that. They can help you to resonate with the energy of abundance. They can do that. But they cannot sustain that feeling for you. They may lead you to certain people, to certain circumstances, to certain events that will help you to really connect more and more to the frequency of abundance. You may read an article, they will uplift you. And then you feel like, oh, now I feel powerful. I feel like I can do anything. So that's again what angels can do, but they cannot sustain that feeling for you. They cannot sort of do the reading or watching for you. They cannot connect for you to the right people. So they will bring these people on your path. But now this is your intention to stay in the frequency of abundance, to stay in the frequency of possibility, knowing that once you are sort of moving away from poverty, and now we're just moving towards abundance. This is your primary intention. Wherever I am, I'm just going to keep on moving towards more and more and more and more abundance. There's no going back. And for your entire lifetime, you're just moving along the line of abundance. Doesn't matter, whatever it takes. It may take you really a few months to get out of that poverty consciousness. You might just go a little bit further towards abundance, but then maybe it's your family, maybe it's someone else, maybe it's your job, and just pulls you right back to where you were, right there, back to your poverty consciousness, back to your poverty situation. But now you're just like, no, I'm just going to keep on moving towards abundance. And then you are generating more and more of the frequency of abundance in a state of abundance. So you do this consciously. There's no other way. There's no way that you just wake up and your riches are just laid for you at the door. You realize, I work with angels. They will help me to get there. They will help me to figure this out. I'm just going to keep moving towards my abundance. That's it. There's no going back. Only moving forward. Have your eyes, your intuitive eyes, your intention set very clearly on the prosperity that is ahead of you. There's no going back. Yes, you may have lived through a lot of stuff. Yes, you may have experienced the worst of conditions. That's all in the past. That's all in the frequency of poverty. I am now moving forward towards that abundance frequency. My angels are by my side. My angels are with me. And we are walking together. I'm not alone. And I know that angels want me and when to succeed. And angels are supporting me literally to help me cross that line between poverty and abundance. And from now on, I can only move towards abundance. I can only move forward. And I know this is the path for me. I know that I'm building my life on the foundation of abundance. That I know that the only limitations that exist are the ones that I put on myself. No one else is putting these limitations. I can also undo them. I can let go and let God. I can start moving towards the abundance frequency and I will begin to create it. So you are always thinking one word, abundance. You are moving towards abundance. You're not thinking debt. You're not thinking not enough, not for me, and I'm not worthy. So all of that keeps you in the frequency of poverty. It will keep you stuck there forever. And you'll get always pulled back by these thoughts. What angels are really helping you to consciously move towards the frequency of abundance. This is a conscious process. It means that you create your life not just by default. You're thinking, okay, you're in the situation where you may not have enough money right here and right now, but all you think about is like, I don't have enough money. I don't know where the money is going to come from. Well, you know what? It's going to get worse. And then you putting yourself more and more deeper away from abundance. You're pushing yourself so far away towards the end of that poverty frequency, then you realize that, how am I going to get there? No. I can only move forward in my prosperity consciousness. I can only move from now on towards abundance. There is no way for me. I will consciously, every second of the day, you will ask yourself, now, is this thought, is this emotion, is this feeling, is it moving me back into the poverty consciousness, or it's expanding me, it's moving me towards the frequency of abundance? So abundance is a higher vibrational frequency. Abundance has different feelings. Poverty has feelings. It's the fear. Let me just look for a second. Resistance. We can call this the lack of abundance. We can say that abundance is just a resistance to flow. What is abundance in the first place? Think of abundance like a river that's flowing all the time. And if you really understand that in universal consciousness, there is nothing restricts the flow, nothing there that stops the flow. You don't have to wait for your next breath to come. Right? You're not there just visualizing and thinking, is my breath going to come? What if it gets stuck somewhere along the way? I don't know, in the ozone layer or something, and I will not have enough air. So that everything just flows without obstruction. And if you feel like, that's the abundance of your life, this is a river. And there's only two states that you can experience. When it comes to abundance, you can experience the feeling of flow, or resistance to flow. That's it. So think of the poverty consciousness as your resistance to flow. Just imagine this river is being blocked. Abundance, river flowing, always moving. And then you have your own ideas blocking the flow. Maybe you are not good enough. You're not worthy enough. You were born into a poor family, where your family always been struggling with money. You've always been in debt. Now this is the situation. You cannot be loved. You are not good enough. You have to be someone else to deserve that love. You have to be someone else to deserve that abundance. And then maybe you should have born into different circumstances. Maybe you should have been born to different life experience. Maybe now it's too late for you, and you begin to block, put after brick, and then the brick, and the brick, and the brick, and you block in that flow of abundance. That's it. And now you're just there, and nothing's flowing to you. So what we want to understand is that, and angels always show me this kind of what flow really is. They really want me to understand and experience the flow of life. It is easy. It is that the river that flows. It's the river of all possibilities. It's the river of all of the energy that is available to you. It is your life when you live in harmony with yourself, when you live in harmony with your soul, when you are really release the resistance and you stop struggling and you give yourself the permission to be in the flow. And then you remove these blockages, the resistance that has always been there. And now you are aware of it, and then now it takes you some time to remove that resistance, but your goal is to always go towards the light, always go towards abundance. I'm moving towards my abundance. I am now in the flow. I'm getting back into the flow. I'm in the flow. I'm creating the flow. And that's what angels want you to understand when it comes to abundance frequency. It's the flow. And you can prevent that flow from happening by really blocking that flow with your ideas about who you are, what you deserve, what you're worthy, and what other people told you you are, and who you are, and what you're worth. And I know that every single individual, when you come here, there is a need for you. There's a reason why you're here. And you came to build your life because you knew there's an abundance for all human beings, for every form of life. There is a possibility. And from your spirit doesn't really care much. Your spirit knows it's only 100 years of your life. It's only 100 years, and you can wait your entire life being in the state of resistance. Many people live that life. There's always resistance. Then you know these people, and they're not even willing to change. They're not willing to open up and then receive the flow of abundance that is always there. That is always there. And when you allow yourself, when you see yourself as a spiritual being, having a physical experience, building your life on the foundation of abundance, my friend, it's only a matter of time when you just remove all their resistance and you will be fully in the flow. And you'll know exactly how the flow feels like. So what the flow feels like? Ease. Just you are in a lazy river. If you've been to amusement park, right? You know what ease feels like. You're just there really enjoying the feeling. And ease does not mean that you don't have any effort, that you don't put any effort towards your abundance. This is the most common misconception, that you really have to just surrender and then visualize it will just show up at your doorstep. The ease means that there is no resistance to the process. You don't have in your own mental block that push you back right to not trusting the process. Having doubts in yourself, having all these limiting thoughts and beliefs and everything else that you've been conditioned to think. And if you don't have abundance in your life right now, it's all about your resistance to flow. If you trust that the flow, you can establish that flow at any time, and you do this consciously, you can create all abundance of anything you want. And abundance, it's not a term that relates to money particularly. We want to focus today on money, because for a lot of people, it's a pressing need for money. And we want to be very clear that angels want you to have the money. Period. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to prove anything to them. You don't have to beg for that money and just say, you know what, if you can only give it to me, then I can help 100 million people. And angels like, who's going to help you? Who is going to show up and help you? So we want to shift the priorities. We want to manifest our abundance from the right place. So place of trust, that's the flow. I trust that I am abundant. I trust that abundance is my birthright. I trust that angels are working with me. I trust, having a full faith in the process. I have absolutely no doubt I'm moving towards on the frequency of abundance. Every day, I know when I'm not in the frequency of abundance, and I don't have to know what to do when I'm getting back to the poverty. I just know that I have to move forward. There's only one way, and it's only forward. It's about just taking you're in this river and just going for the ride, holding on, having the ease, going with that flow and trusting, having faith. And at the end, you want to experience the depth of your gratitude. One of my favorite parts about gratitude is in Wallace Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich. It's the last paragraph. Whatever you want will be measured to the depth of your gratitude. And angels always been so big on gratitude. Always. Gratitude. I never heard an angel complain about human beings. And let me tell you, they've got many reasons to complain. Oh my God. They could tell you all about things and difficulties in our human evolution. It's not just this generation. We have thousands of years of documented history of angels and angelic appearance and angelic assistance. Well, my friend, this is, at the end, you want to have already, for you to experience fullness of abundance, seeing abundance in your life already. So what is that abundance, and what is it? Focusing only on things and blessings that you already have. Yes, you may not have a whole lot of other things. That's not where you're going, because you're going back to the frequency of poverty. You want to really commit to staying on the frequency of abundance through the process of ease, trust, faith, and gratitude. I am grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, like right here and right now, and I can tell you 5,000 things that I'm so grateful for right here and right now. So the more you stay on the abundance frequency, the more gratitude you experience. That's just as easy as this. The more gratitude, like if you can generate instant feeling of gratitude, you're shifting instantly onto this abundance frequency. And you're moving forward. Things are not working, well, yes, perhaps, right now you are in debt. 1 second. What other things do you have? Maybe you have a beautiful family and support of your loved ones. Gee, how many people in the world are alone? They may have all the money in the world, but they don't have the family. So how many things? I have perfect health. I'm so grateful for my health right now. There are so many people who are experiencing, they may have financial, they have a lot of money, but no health. So you have to find a point where your gratitude is bigger than your problem. You put so much weight on that gratitude and on that flow, then you push yourself out of the poverty consciousness, and you're only moving towards abundance. There's only one way, my friend. There's only one way, and it's the way forward. It's the way towards more and more and more and more and more abundance, more and more and more prosperity. How does the resistance feel like? State of worry, state of fear. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I must have this job, Josie. You don't understand me. I must have this job. I won't have the money to pay the bills. Attachments, low energy, low frequency emotions, all underline and all put huge blocks towards your prosperity. They're like weights. You're putting all these weights in your own flow towards abundance. Worrying constantly, having fear, you're just like pushing yourself further and further and further away towards that more poverty situation. So releasing the fears, and then I know it's hard to release fears. If fears were so strong in your life, and those fears, they could be legit, they could be absolutely true, and you don't have to justify yourself why you have fear, because you're a human being. No judgment that you worry so much about your money situation. That's okay. You know what? At the end of the day, you don't have it all figured out. But then also at some point, you must understand this is what keeps you stuck in that consciousness, the consciousness of worry, the consciousness of poverty, and consciousness of fear. And then you make a decision. You make a decision that at some point in your life, you make this decision that you will now only begin to move towards abundance. That's the new reality. That's the new cool. That's the new energy. That's the energy of flow. That's the energy of flow, the energy of ease, trust, and gratitude. So ask yourself, where am I today? Am I flowing? Am I in the flow right now? Or I am still in this position where I'm dealing with a lot of these underwater blocks. I understand they're there. It's okay, they're there. Everybody's got those blocks, but I am now creating from a different place. I'm moving out and I'm consciously moving towards abundance. That's it. I'm done. Something has to really click in you and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm no longer in this poverty consciousness anymore. I'm done. I'm finished. It's enough. I'm ready to create the life of my dreams. I'm ready to create with angels, or I'm ready to become more prosperous. Why? Because abundance is the foundation of life. Okay. Is everybody good so far? This information resonates? Let me know. We are excellent, Cindy. Super. So I want to talk to you about specifically, because this is a webinar, right? So we're not really diving deeper into practices and all the things. I want to give you exact way to create abundance. That's a recipe for abundance, and it works for you in not just with your money situation. It will work for you in all other areas. If you choose to have a relationship, you can absolutely clear that as well. So abundance is that river, is that flow. So when you are working with angels, so now you decide, right? You make a conscious decision to move towards abundance. That's it. You are now on the abundance train, moving in the direction of more abundance. That's it. Abundance is the only word that is now in your consciousness. More and more and more and more abundance. More and more and more abundance. It's like, Emil Coué's favorite, most famous affirmation: every day in every way I'm getting better and better and better. Every day in every way I'm more and more and more abundant. Super clear. So now you have to be clear with your desires. Clarity is the missing link. I promise you, once you get clear on your desires, specifically about money, about abundance, clarity is the key. Clarity is, if you go to a restaurant, right, and then you want to place an order and the waiter comes and asks you, what do you want? You'll say, well, I want some food. It's like, what are you talking about? We have the salads, we have this and that. What would you like? I don't know. Are you ever gonna get anything? Unlikely. But most people go through life not even knowing what they want. Clarity, if you don't know how to start, if you don't know what to pray for clarity. If you don't know what your desire is, ask angels for clarity. Whatever, by the way, not just necessarily talking to angels. If you have a relationship with angels, call them, ask them, what do I need to do? How do I figure this out? For the most part, your relationship with divine consciousness, clarity, what do you want? And this is an internal process. It's about figuring it out. It's not what your mother wants you to be. It's not what your spouse wants you to do. It's not what anybody else wants you to do, to be. It's about you. Just what do you want? And now we are talking money. We're talking about money. It's about clarity. And when you are asking for money specifically, for a lot of people, these huge mental blocks just begin to just drop, and you see them just changing. In the way they speak, they become a little bit more, they become disempowered when they're asking for money. They feel like they're not deserving the money. They feel like there's still not enough in them so they can handle the money. So when it comes to money, it doesn't matter. Please ask for money if this is what you need. If your money situation right now is not the best, it's not perfect, ask, set your clarity, set your intention specifically just for money. So that's your number one, the desire. And now that's even more confusing. Desiring for money? That's not right. Jesus said, you know what? You can't serve money, God, and you cannot serve God. So choose your own God. Who do you want? So we have so many different confusing messages when it comes to money. But please understand, the reality of this world, this physical reality, is deeply rooted in the finances and money and economics of this world. Money does not guarantee happiness, and it's not even supposed to be linked to happiness. It's here for its own purposes. But at this point, when your need is for money, when you realize, okay, I need money. And money does not come from a place of scarcity and poverty. It comes for you as this idea that you are an abundant being to begin with, and you're not missing anything. And your desire for money it's a healthy way. It's a very, very healthy desire. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. So releasing these old limiting beliefs that you may have and really desire to have money. Desire to have money. And what angels have been teaching me, so when you desire for money, you will get the money. But then your desires will change. Right? So if you don't even allow yourself to want, say, finance, if you don't allow yourself to have prosperity in your life, then all your other desires are blocked. So because you never stop wanting, that's not resolved. It's still in you. Desire for money. Set your intention for money. Once the money is there, once that desire is fulfilled, my friend, you will have different things to desire. You will have different ways. And maybe then more and more money, more and more prosperity. Now, that's a whole different game. That's a whole different way of life. So when you clarify that, first, clarity, money. You want to know that you don't want to have some sort of vague ways of getting money. You want money, just money itself. Okay? Not to pay your debt, not to cover something, not to do this or that. You just want money for the sake of money. That's it. It's okay to want money. That's it. Desire. Without desire, you are not going to get what you want. That's it. Desire is the key. When you're thirsty and you want water, you will do anything to get that water. Right? You will not think of anything else until your thirst is quenched, until you get that blessing, that glass of water. Oh my God, I was so thirsty, and now I was so wanting to have this glass, and now I had this glass of water, and now I'm not thirsty anymore. And what do you want? I don't know. Now I can have some food. And now I can have some fun time with my friends. I can relax. I can do anything else. But until that desire in you is fulfilled, you will not want other things. And angels are ready to guide you through it. Angels are ready to help you to get to the next level, to really embrace your desire for money. Embrace it. So self-oriented. In my work with people, and even I'm asking, sometimes when I'm talking to angels, I feel like angels don't understand when people are asking for money. They are so afraid to ask for themselves. I feel like, please give me this money so I can help the world, or I can change lives, or I can help my child, or I can do something for someone else. And what angels want you to understand, that your desires have to be self-oriented. It's all about filling your cup to the top. Do whatever you need to do. Ask for yourself. Who is going to ask for you? Who is out there? Like, if the person is out there, is helping you right now, bless them. That's awesome. But the reality is that you are the most responsible person for you. And if your situation right now is not the best when it comes to money, and you're asking for someone else, you are not going to get it. You're not going to get it, because on the spiritual level, this is not that is not the right priority levels. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Where's the missing piece? as yourself. You have to love yourself first. You have to find a way to love yourself first. You need to fill your own needs first. You need to give yourself the love you're seeking. You need to give yourself the abundance you're seeking. You need to ask for yourself, for your own well-being. That's it. And it may sound to you selfish, egoistic. And you know, this is not the abundance in you that's speaking. This is the limited consciousness that is speaking in you. That, you know, if there's not enough for you, then it must be, you know, something's wrong with the world, or something is not right for you to ask just for you, because somehow you have to be sharing it with a whole bunch of other people. But your willingness to have the clarity of the desire and being self-oriented, loving yourself enough so you'll do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. That's it. Taking care of yourself. That's what it's about. It's about love that you deserve. And that love must come from you first. Must come from you. And your willingness to persevere, which means that you won't stop. You won't stop. You won't go towards your abundance frequency for 5 days and you say, well, I feel better. It sounds like, you know, hey, things are just moving. It's like, I ain't going to stop. I am just going to keep on going. It's like, that's it. There's no stopping for me. I'm moving in this direction all the time. So I'm moving towards abundance. It's never stopping. There's not one point in your life when you say, I'm good enough on the abundance frequency. Thank you. I'll stay here. It's like, no, we're moving constantly towards more and more abundance. And once your pressing need for money is fulfilled, your next desire will come. Your next possibility will come. Just the way it is. So get into the flow. Right. So let's talk about money specifically, and how do we get all these things together, just putting it all together, stating clearly your desire for money. So let me share with you the simple way to phrase your desire for money. I am happily and easily increasing my income from once, I don't know, you put your number here, by the way. It's not necessarily your number, just put your idea that you are increasing your income. As you can see, I'm not telling where this money must come from. Because my need specifically, my desire is specifically for money. I am not putting any more ideas. I want this money to help these things. It's just like my desire is specifically for money. That's it. No need to explain. There's no need to get the final print and what if, maybe, just for this month only. It's like, no, I am moving towards more and more abundance. State clearly your desire for money. I'm happily and easily increasing my income from $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Okay? So you write this down. It has to be written down. You can have a card. You can have a notebook, but this is your statement. This is your money desire statement. And you can put whatever your needs are, like whatever your specific situation is, and just really tapping into the energy of money, desiring money for yourself. Now, this is you taking care of you. Angels are ready to help you. Like, they will be guiding you. You state your desire. It's coming from a place of abundance. I'm moving more and more towards my abundance. So always moving only forward, your ways only forward. There is no going back. There is no just bouncing back. You are always moving forward, getting in a state of flow. Getting in the state of flow. You know you are resisting the flow by the way that you feel. We talked about the fear, worry, low energy, and attachment. So So you state your desire clearly and you write it down. So then you ask for angelic assistance. I want to give you this mantra, Ahim Lam. Ahim Lam. And I'm telling you that angels are connectors. So when you work with angels, based on your own life situation, you're not always asking for the same things and you're not always creating the same things. Maybe you want a loving relationship or something else. We're just here in this webinar talking about creation of money. Money as energy, money as a source of power, money as the source of supply. That's all. So your intention, and you're stating it clearly, your desire and your need for money in the way that I just explained to you here. I'm happily and easily increasing my income. So no wants, no ifs, no conditions, no confusing statements. It is what it is. Your desire just purely for money. And that's it. Not judging, not thinking about it. Just this is you moving towards your greater abundance. And then your desires will change. Your desires will expand. So ask for angelic assistance. So what you do in the morning, I suggest to do this practice in the morning. So first is to get into the state of flow. Get yourself into the state of flow. Maybe it's a breathing meditation. If you are a meditator, choose any meditation that will put you in a state of flow. Maybe you want to do, I don't know, Wim Hof's breathing. Maybe you want to do transcendental meditation. Maybe you just want to just sit down and breathe. Maybe you want to do one of my meditations. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you want to experience the feeling of being in the flow. When your body is relaxed, you're not resisting. You're in a state of trust. You're in a state of openness. And you're in a state of gratitude. This is all, that's all you have to do. First, get yourself in a state of flow. So from that state of flow, once you establish that feeling, then you read your statement out loud. You can have your notebook with you. I don't have my notebook here. I would have shown it to you how I do it. It's on my other table. But you can, at this moment in state of flow, you read your desire for money statement. I'm happily and easily increasing my income from $10,000 a month. And you see from $10,000, because then you don't put the lid on the universe. You don't give the universe very narrow parameters. You have no idea that you may one day get 100,000. But if you say, I insist on this particular money, amount of money. So $10,000 is a limited perspective. The same way you don't say to the universe how this money is going to come to you. You don't say, my money is supposed to come from me working 14 extra hours a week and then weekends and then getting another job. You do none of that, because that's your scarcity consciousness that is creating more and more resistance to the flow. You don't say, I'm going to win a lottery. You don't say that my money is supposed to come from here or there or anywhere else. You just decide that this is your desire for money. It may come to you from anywhere else. And the only way for you to really experience it is to get in the flow. You will move every day towards abundance and you will manifest. You will experience more and more of that prosperity frequency. And staying on that frequency of prosperity every day of your life. So you're in the state of flow. Now you're reading your desire. I'm happily and easily increasing my income from $10,000 a month. And then what you want to do, and I'm not giving you specific angels or specific angelic beings. This is not to complicate you at all. And angels want things to be super simple, by the way. If anything complicates you, it's not the right way to go. Simplicity is the key. So one mantra is Ahim Lam. And this mantra is to connect you to angels, specifically working on the frequency of abundance. And all you have to do is just vibrate that mantra. Ahim Lam. Ahim Lam 33 times. 33 times. Ahim Lam. You can even breathe in Ahim Lam. Ahim Lam. Or just say it in your mind. And what you're doing in this moment, you are giving angels, it's like you're calling upon angels. And you are not just calling angels from thousands of other options. You are connecting with angels who are specifically helping you to manifest your abundance 33 times once a day. So you do it in the morning. Ahim Lam, Ahim Lam, and you can visualize your angels by your side. You can create more of that loving energy, or you can just don't do any of that at all. Just really, consistency is the key. Doing this every day. Ahim Lam, Ahim Lam, and always Ahim. Just make it a longer sound. Lam. So 33 times. Next is you have decided to create your abundance. And what angels will teach you is to create your abundance. What you need to understand is that abundance comes to us from people. Okay? Whether it's your work situation, whether it's someone else, people come into our lives and they bring money in whatever way. So what on the energy level, you're putting yourself in the situation where you begin to increase that flow of money. You are intentionally working with your abundance. You're not leaving this to chance. You're consciously creating it. So how do you do this? Every day, find one person to increase their money situation. One person. And this could be not necessarily you donating money. So this could be you helping someone. Maybe someone is struggling with their job, or somebody is not in the best situation of their lives. So become this conscious. When you see somebody is having difficulty with money, this is your chance. This is when angels help people. They do this action over and over and over again. They're helping us all the time. They see us needing something and they're helping us. So for them, this is their karmic sort of reward. So when you begin to think outside just your head and you begin to look for people who have some sort of money difficulties, and maybe today your gift will be to give someone a compliment. Maybe you were in a grocery store and you saw that maybe a barista was super friendly with you and she's doing such an amazing job, and then that the way for you just to contribute to her, just give her some of the maybe some of the money that you have, or you can just even say a compliment. So you begin to think this way. I'm here to help other people to increase their money. If you follow this formula, within a year, you'll pay off all your debts. You will increase your income by the amount that you can even possibly imagine. So this is not just a vague conversation. This is a real action plan. And the angels know that they will bring to you the people, they will bring to you the opportunities for you to increase your abundance. This is the universe of laws. This is cause and effect situation. So whatever you want, now you are putting yourself more into this abundance and frequency all the time. Now you begin to receive the reward that is measurably more than you can even possibly imagine for yourself. But this has to be a conscious choice. Help one person to increase their money. Could be an advice, it could be a support, it could be sharing valuable information, it could be you sharing your money, it could be you sharing some of the resources. But with internet, you have many ways to do that. Sign up for a forum where people learning about abundance. Help them, empower them, do something so they can be more empowered about their money. So you will continue to get yourself further and further, again, towards more and more abundance. So one person a day. Let's look in the beginning. First, you get yourself into the state of the flow. You state clearly your desire for money. You say mantra every day 33 times in the morning. After you read your desire out loud, preferably, or in your mind, and then you say I am Lam 33 times. Then you go and you help one person, and you will find these people. The final step, fifth way. The fifth is very important. At the end of the day, write down 3 good things about money in your life. And one of these good things is that thing that you did for another person. Okay? If you only use money, say, to get to your work, maybe you paid for transportation, you just write down, money helped to get me to work today. You can just write down transportation. And you want to really feel the gratitude for that experience of money. 3 things only. At the end of the day, and listen, you don't have to do any of this stuff, but this is a prescription to get you out of very challenging and difficult situations with your money. And angels are willing to help you. And this is the system that they gave me to share with you today. So having the clarity, knowing that you already have the angelic support, doing that one karmic action that will push you into that abundance frequency that will move you is easily and effortlessly along that abundance frequency is your action to help one person with money. If you have a friend who's suffering financially, talk to her about money, empower her. So that's it. You don't have to go and find maybe strange people on the street. It could be someone you know. It could be your child. It could be your parent. It could be someone else. But this has to be a human being, and it has to be not you. It has to be another person. So that's it. And you write down 3 good things about money. So what money did for you today? So first, I helped I helped Catherine to think more about the right job that she wants to apply. So that definitely moves you towards the creation of more money, more prosperity for someone else. And then you say, money helped me to buy my morning latte, my morning double frappa mochaccino, and I enjoyed it. So that's, again, that experience. And the third thing, money helped me today to, say, pay for my apartment. So then you have already 3 good things about money. You want to put thank you there. At the end of all of these 3 statements, always say thank you. Always say thank you. And write down Ahim Lam. Ahim Lam. So writing down thank you, Ahim Lam. That's it. That's 5 steps that I wanted to share with you. All right, so you guys, let me know if you have any questions. If everything is clear. Is everything clear, my friends? Heidi, until desire is fulfilled, you will not stop until your desire is fulfilled. The water example of being thirsty, good help, good stuff. Awesome. Okay. Is everything clear? You'll have a chance to watch this again. But that's 5 steps that angels have been wanted to share with you and teach you today, specifically about abundance. Any questions? Sheena? Awesome, super clear. My superhero team is here. Wrote it down. Wonderful, wonderful. So that's it, my friends, for this webinar. More on angelic mediumship. Angelic mediumship is the new course coming at the end of this month. I will keep you posted, and it's going to be all about angels. Really understanding. If you want to know who angels are and want to really work with them, that's what the course will be all about. Yes, Bessie will be available for you. And you can watch this again. You can really listen to this again. Awesome. All right, you guys. So let's do a quick. Where is my? All right. Let's see it. So let's real quick talk about the process. So first you get yourself into the frequency of your desire, right? Abundance, abundance, abundance. Step number 2, when you really feel it, when you are in the flow, feeling at ease. So what I did in the beginning of this webinar, I put you in a state of flow. So you receive this information easily. And if there's any resistance that comes through, you will notice that. You will notice that resistance. So step number 2 is to read out your desire. That's a desire for money. Step number 3. Anybody tell me? Step number 3. Step number 3. See, are you paying attention? Good. Excellent. Step number 3 is ask angelic assistance. It's important. And I'm going to tell you why it's important. It's just important. How many times? Okay. And what is the mantra? Excellent. Very good. Ahim Lam. Ahim Lam. Awesome. So step number 4 is to find one person, only one. You don't have to go around saving the world. Only one person to share your gifts of money with. Help them to increase their money in whatever way. Whatever way. Could be advice, could be support, could be a book, could be a resource, could be kind comment, whatever it is. And you will understand, once you get into that flow of abundance, you will want to contribute your good vibes to people. So, and you can do this practice for everyday practice. This is not necessarily that one day it will stop. You will begin to manifest things, and they will come to you really quickly. They will come to you because you are now creating from that state, the vibrational state of abundance. So things will begin to move for you quickly, and you will modify your desires. And then maybe you want to change, then your desire for money will be not necessarily $1,000 or $100,000. It will be even more. So, but then your desire will change. You will change. So that's number 4. And then number 5. What is that number 5? see if you can remember. Okay. What is the number 5 in the process? Write down 3 things, good things about money. Absolutely. Easy peasy. Doable? Absolutely. How much you want to change? That's all depends on how much you want what you want. And very soon, you're going to have so much fun doing this process. You will teach this process to a lot of people who need that process. Maybe your situation with helping other people create abundance is to teach this to them. And then see how they can really tap into the wisdom of angels and then manifest with angelic beings. 3 things about money. Just 3 things. You want to do more, you can do more. But what you want to do, you want to develop this practice. You want to develop the consistency. You want to develop this every single day. And you want to do this as easy as possible. Because again, you will see results, but results will take time. Results will also be the product of the depth of your gratitude. If you don't really focus so much on that gratitude piece, you have 10 things. I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful for the rain. I am grateful for all these good things, but you're not really generating. It better be 3 things, but you really felt, wow, that was amazing. Like, thank you for that money that helped me to buy a pair of shoes that I needed. Wow, thank you, money. Thank you, money. So you want to have this gratitude of abundance happening all the time at the end of the day. So when you are, again, putting yourself to sleep, you want to be grateful for money. The things that money already doing in your life. It's not that it will do or was doing, it's happening. It is everyday experience. All right, my friends. We're good. So 3 things. Ahim Lam. That's correct, Sylvie. All right. So now you guys, you have some aha moments, right? At the end of each good thing. Yes, thank you. And Ahim Lam. Excellent. Bessie, well done. Jota, you can call upon a specific angel if you want to. As I said, I want to make, for me, consistency. You've got to do this every day. For me to give you too many details to distract you, it's a very simple process. The hardest part of this is to actually remember to do these practices. But if you have the desire, if desire is there, you will do whatever it takes. So this is where you want to be. This is where you want to really understand. Do you want what you want? Do you want the money? I don't know. Do you? You wouldn't be here unless you had this desire. So grateful. You said the 3 things about helping one person. No, one thing, only one. So you want to write down 3 things that money did for you. And one of those things could be the person you helped. You want to get as much you want to be entangled with money. You want to be dancing with money all the time. So you remember that, say you had, you paid for someone's ticket. You just saw someone didn't have enough money. You just showed up on a train and you were on the bus and say, you know what, let me buy you a ticket today. And the person like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have money. I don't know what happened or whatever. It's not a good day for me. And he was like, I can help you out today. So you say you pay that fee for that person. And it's not just, it's like $2, but then you can write down at the end, I helped someone with their needs of money. So I helped them to increase money. You want to be thinking that what money is doing in your life, in lives of other people, you want to have this awareness that money is, there's growth to it, that there's energy to it, there's real action about money, that's how it plays in your life. And you notice that how much of that money energy can be exchanged, how much of that good karma can really be generated through these actions. So that's that support, again, that comes from other human beings. Yes, you got to ask money for yourself. And I promise you, everybody else will get what they need, because you're not asking for anyone else. You are asking for yourself. This is the right way to ask. Always ask for yourself. If you don't help one person for a day, then start the next day. Start the next day. It has to be a conscious effort. Okay? Consistency is the key. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I love this. So we got the 5 steps. These steps are going to work for you. February is an incredible month to create abundance, and angels are ready to help you, my friend. They're helping you. It's about you. It's really all about you. It's about really stepping in and saying yes to prosperity, saying yes to life. And I know that there's so much more to life than you can imagine. So much, so grateful. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today it's a Tuesday, and I love you all. Have the most amazing day on our planet. I will post this webinar on social media for you guys to watch again. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with all people you know. If you need to watch this again, just do it and trust that angels are working with you. So I want to just spend a moment and breathe in. If you can close your eyes and see these angels, see the angelic beings by your side, see how deeply connected you are to the energy of angels, and send them your gratitude. Maybe even imagine them holding your hands right now, one on your right side, one on your left side, and you are strong with them. You just feel their strength, and they're saying, you know, we're here with you. We'll do this together. We'll do this. We're a team. We will help you. We will never give up on you. We will do whatever is possible. Your best days are yet to come. You will achieve your desire. We will do this together. You are strong. And they share the love. They share the loving connection. They're hugging you. They're wrapping their arms around you. They're giving you that loving energy. The loving energy that you're seeking in this world. It's already here. It's there. They're ready to help you on this path. So now they take a deep breath in and breathe out. So that's it, my friend. Have the most amazing day on our beautiful planet. Thank you for tuning in today's webinar. Be abundant. You are blessed forever and ever. Talk to you soon. Lots of love.